Good now, whenever and wherever this finds you. With the end of the year coming up, it's got me thinking about where we've been in this year since the beginning of the transition in 2019, 2020, back to when I heard about the transition coming up in 2015, back to my youth when we knew there was an age of Aquarius that was coming. So I was so bold as to determine that solstice 2012 was the day that you could mark as the beginning of the age of Aquarius, which
Okay, December 21st, 2012. We survived the solstice. I also want to make sure I get on tape somewhere in this tape that today is the new age.
is, we all know, bullshit. Because the ages change so slowly, how can you say? But I think most people would agree that we're in a different age now. The old way is not working, and it's falling away, and something new is being developed. Now, in 2015, coming up to the election of 2016, it was revealed to me that the nation is in a period of the energy is for revolution and civil war. And it became clear to me that Trump is here to dissolve the empire and bring the old way to its end. I have a video about how Trump is here to dissolve the past. But then in 2019, 2020, December and January of those years, it was made clear that we were headed for a great transition, and it was happening. So it was no real surprise that we would have a pandemic that was a major wake-up call and told us all to just stop. And we got to see that when we stopped, the earth began to heal. Of course, instead of going in that direction, a lot of people wanted to go back. They wanted to hold on to the past. They wanted it to be the way it was, when we all know that the way it was sucked. I spent a lifetime building houses that I could never afford. I worked in a system of indentured servitude where they made the system where undocumented people could work and we could exploit them. And that's what happened in my trade. Of course, I didn't realize that participating in that system, I was exploiting myself.
When I go out in the field, I get very angry because I see the waste, not only of wood, but of talent. There are men that are way below their talent because there's no guidance. And that's what I want. I want to teach carpentry so that men can work to their ability. And production framing takes man to his lowest nature. Repetitive. No thought. Take all the thought out of it. Men in the field don't even see plans. Right. And so the other thing is, it goes so fast out there. It goes very fast. And it's like a war. And if there's something missing, you're dead in the water, but you still have to move forward. So it's not good. And when I go out there, I just get caught up in that, and I want it to be different, but it's not. So they leave me in here where I can create my own fantasy.
but I didn't care. I loved what I was doing and I just wanted to do it.
Ride the horse in the direction it's going.
Yeah.
And these men are excellent workers, and they're
Right.
excellent carpenters. I had to be trained to work. These men know how to work. All I
Yeah.
have to do is train them what to do.
Sure.
But they know how to work. They know how not to resist work.
Yeah.
My culture, you work for the weekend and for retirement.
Mm-hmm.
My understanding of Mexican culture is a job is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a thing to be cherished and honored,
Right.
and there's no resistance to it.
Right.
My culture, work is something to be avoided,
Mm-hmm.
and you just do it because you need the money.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, I tell them, let's don't talk about money. Let's talk about the joy in your heart.
Mm.
If you don't feel joy in your heart, go do something else because there's something else for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is hard work.
And that leads into the world of my imagining that we would all be engaged in service that we just have a great passion around and really love to do, and that we would have a system that values that. Now, as far as going back to the way it was, I see now that that was a lot of corporate media wanting to maintain their position and convincing people that their job was more important than their health, more important than their uh, well-being. It was the end all be all. But what we got was the Great Resignation, and it's people are really starting to say, "Wait a minute, what is it about work?" And I saw a great post today that had the 10 questions that might be asked about work. So I want to review them real quickly. One is, how do I want to work? Two, how do I want to work? Who do I want to work with? Three, will this work bring me joy, connection, meaning, and significance? Is this the work that I want to do? Do I feel like this place will value and appreciate me? Will I get a chance to develop my leadership here? Will I get many opportunities to learn and grow here? Is this work meaningful? Does it matter that we do it? What has this company learned about itself from the last 18 months that now informs how it will operate as a business going forward? A human first business question mark? How might it feel to my human to work here? So those are great questions. It points to the direction that people are changing. This transition's happening, and I really feel like we're now kind of peaking. You know, we've suffered, and people are really saying, "Okay, enough's enough. Let's do something different." And I talk to those people all the time, and it makes me feel good and makes me feel hopeful that people are moving forward. I feel like we're in the middle of the transition, and yet at the same time, I feel like this is a turning point. So I don't know how much longer it will be. I know that the pandemic is revved up, and that means that more people are going to be pushed into the reality that their beliefs and indoctrination just aren't working for them anymore. You know, in my men's group, one of the things that we did was we would look at what we did to survive and if that's working for us now or not. And so, what we've done in the past to survive isn't working for us, and so we can make a new choice. And of course, that new choice is what this video is about. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you down the road.